What's up guys, Murray here with Murray's Mobile Mechanics and welcome to the channel. I'll show you how to replace a catalytic converter on a 2014 Ford Focus Titanium 2.0 liters 4-cylinder engine. So the car is already secured. I soaked a few bolts and I loosened a few bolts so that we can move faster. So let me flip the camera and then we get going. So that's our vehicle right there. So like I said, I secured a few things already. So I soaked a few bolts already. So we just go ahead and take them off by hand. So I got this screw right here, it's a 10, soaked it with WD-40, and as you can see, it is coming off pretty good. This one too, soaked it, loosened it, and it is coming off pretty good as well. So we got the 4 screws out, and these are the ones, and the reason why you have to soak them, you can see the rust on the two, so definitely you need to soak them. So I've disconnected the O2 sensor, the upstream, with the blue line. This is the one right here. It connects to this connector right here. This is the one. You have to wedge a screwdriver from this side, wedge it in and then pry it out. So I disconnected that one, and then I also disconnected the downstream O2 sensor. This is the one right here. This one is just a press and pull tab. You have to press on the tab and then pull it. This one comes to this connector right here. So that is out. So right now we are going to move this heat shield out. I guess we have to take the wiring off from this side for the downstream O2 sensor, and then we can take the heat shield out around the O2 sensor just like so. This is the one right here that's come out. So right now I'm going to actually soak these nuts. There's one here, and there's one, I don't know if you're able to see it, this one right here. There should be one down there, and there's another one right there. So I'm gonna soak those and then I'll crawl down the vehicle. We go from there. What's up guys? So I'm not too sure whether we are going to take off the wipers and the cowl, not too sure, but for sure right now I want to get stuck with the O2 sensor. So I'll take the upstream off. We're going to use this oxygen sensor and the ratchet like so. You can see this one is good to go. This is how you're gonna go about it. So this O2 sensor is actually good to go. So we just take it off by hand by now. I think the lower one we can get it from the bottom, but we'll see. So just be mindful, the one with the blue code is the upstream O2 sensor, and this looks to be new. I think they replaced both upstream and downstream sensors. And right now I'm going to go underneath, take off the subframe and disconnect the 2 bolts that go to the other side of the catalytic converter. So let me do that and then I'll bring you guys back. What's up guys? I know there's a little bit of noise right now, so my ratchet was just too long. This is what you need. So this is loose and we are going to take it off by hand just like the other one, just like so. Let me set myself up good. So the downstream O2 sensor has a black code, so remember that. And then we need to take these 2 10mm bolts out. I loosen them, soak them with WD-40. We need to take these 2 out, and we need to take this bracket out. That's a 15 right there, 15 nut. These 2 are bolts, a nut right there, a bolt right there, and a bolt on the other side. So let me do that and then I'll bring you guys back. What's up guys, so right now I'm under the vehicle and right now we are at this flange right here, the one that connects to the rest of the exhaust. So you can see I use the heat to take this bolt loose, and this one is still solid. So right now I'm gonna use heat to heat up this bolt, this nut, and then we are going to actually take it out once it has expanded. So let me do that and then I'll bring you guys back. What's up guys, so right now I'm going to heat up that nut right there. We're going to use a torch to heat it. So right now we have to unlock it, and then let me set myself up. We heat that nut up just like so. So after you finish, you have to make sure you lock the torch so that it is safe. What's up guys, so right now I'm still under the vehicle. We'll start loosening those 15mm nuts. There's one there, one on the top side, and there's one right there on the top side, and there's one underneath right there, and there should be one on top, which is, let me see if we can catch that on camera. I'm trying to focus in between. There's one right there, so let me do this. We are going to use this setup 15mm socket, a deep one with an extension and a ratchet. So we'll start breaking loose this one right here. You can see it's moving right there. We'll go to the next one, we'll do the same thing, and then we'll go to this one right here. We'll do the same thing, and then go to the hidden one, the one right there. I don't know if you're able to see that one right there. So break it loose, and then the top one right there, that one right there, break it loose, and then I'll move to the ratchet just to speed up the process. What's up guys, so right now we use the ratchet just to speed up the process. We're just going just like so. So all the nuts are out right now. We'll come back this side and just take these two nuts off completely, just like so. These are the ones that we did use the torch, and then the other one as well. So once we take these two out, we have to remove our catalytic converter from the hanger right there. There's one here and there's one this side, so we're gonna remove it from there and then we'll slide it out. Right now I'll slide this one off just like so, so that it gives us the room and leverage to slide this one off the hanger. I just need to push it backwards and we should be good. What's up guys, so I took this one out. I used the flathead screwdriver. What I did is I just wedged my screwdriver in there just like so and let it pop onto the other side, and then I popped this bracket out just like so. So now our catalytic converter is free to actually come out, I think, from the top. So let me go upstairs and then I'll bring you guys back. What's up, guys? So it looks like our catalytic converter is getting stuck right here, so we have to take this cowl out. So to do that, we have to use a T30 torque bit right there to take this screw out. So what we do this side is going to be the same with the other side, and then we have to take these wipers off. So you see I put some tape so that we know which wiper was where. So the driver side is on top and then the passenger side is at the bottom, as you can see. So right now we'll take these boots out and we'll switch to our 15mm socket right there with the impact wrench, just like so. So the nut comes off just like so. It's got a washer, and if I remember very well, this plastic cover just comes off just like so. Just pry it off and it comes out. There should be a 10mm bolt right there, and it should be the same with the other side. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, just like I said. So on both sides it's the same thing. There's a 10mm bolt right there, and then we have to take off that 15mm nut right there, and then we take the wipers out. So let me do that and then we go from there. So sometimes these will be pretty tight on. You gotta play with them to get them to release, just like so. So what it means is they have grooves inside there. You see those grooves? See those grooves? They go onto that one at the bottom. So always remember your orientation. The driver side wiper is on top. That's why we marked it with tape right there. And then the passenger side wiper is at the bottom right there. So we'll put this one right here so that we know it comes from the driver side, and then we'll switch to the other side. So we'll take this nut out first. It comes with a washer. Always remember that. And then, like I was saying, these sometimes they are stubborn. You gotta find a better angle to take them out. I'll grab a small hammer right there. Tap on it just to loosen it. Don't go too crazy. And then get a prying tool. Yeah, you can get that. Yeah, you can get a prying tool, and then press right there, and then you can start wedging it from this side. It's almost out. Then it comes off just like so. So this goes to the driver, to the passenger side. We put it on top, and then you can take this 10mm board out. You can, and then the other side too. And we can lift on this gently. Somewhere safe right here, and then we can also take this out pretty easy, just like so. And then I think our catalytic converter should come out pretty easy right now. Let me go downstairs and then we'll see how it's going. So we'll use a ratchet to speed up the process. This is the one right here, and then we'll take out the other one. So the good thing is they've got this ridge right here, so this goes in all the way and this is where it stops at. So don't worry about how to torque them. Once it gets to that point, it will stop moving. So right now, let's see if we can slide out catalytic converter just right here. It's hooking onto something at the bottom, so I guess it's gonna be a 2-man thing. So I'll go under the vehicle, and then my best friend right here will help me take it out. So let's do that, and then we'll bring you guys back. What's up, guys? So we are not having enough room to take the catalytic converter out, so we are going with this option right now. We've taken off the coolant reservoir from its bracket, one there and one right there, and then we are going to take out this motor mount board. There's one right there, I think they are 15, and there's another one right there, and we have secured the engine at the bottom. We got a piece of wood right there on the jack just to carry the weight of the engine. So right now I'm just gonna take these 2 bolts out, and then we are going to move the engine just a little bit this way to create room for the catalytic converter to come out. So we got the bolts out using the Milwaukee, an extension, and a 50mm socket. This is our bolt right there. To come off just like so. And then we got the other one in there just like so. We'll put them somewhere safe so we can't lose them. So what I'll do right now, I'm gonna jack up the engine. As you can see, it's going up. So what we'll do is I'm gonna pull the engine this way, and then my buddy will take the catalytic converter out from there. So after a lot of struggle, I had to pull the engine, and that's how we got it out. You can take it out, and it comes out just like so. So we are going to compare it with the new one, and then we go from there. What's up, guys? So this is the packaging for the new catalytic converter. I don't know which one is the part number, but one of these is the part number right there. So we got the new catalytic converter on this side, and we got the old one we pulled out on the other side. So to me, this one is bigger, this one is a little bit smaller, which tells me this one will go in pretty easy than the struggle we went with this. And then we got the the new gasket that came with the catalytic converter. So I prefer we go with the old one because this is paper, and as you can see, sometimes it bends and breaks right there and you start having leaks. So we'll go ahead and just use the old one on the mating surface to the engine, and the one that connects on the flange right there, we'll use the old one. So right now we'll go ahead and put the new one in, and then we'll bring you guys back once everything is set, and then we start bolting everything back in place. What's up, guys? So everything has been put back together. You can see our wipers are back on together with the whole cowl right here, and we managed to put a heat shield, but unfortunately, being an aftermarket catalytic converter, one of the bolts right here is not aligned. So we got 3 aligned. We got one there, these 2 here, and then our upstream auto sensor is connected together with the downstream. I'll show you when I go at the bottom, but both of them plugged in. You can see the upstream is connected right there, the downstream right here. All the studs that we took out are back on, and the catalytic converter is flashing perfectly fine. We use the old gasket. I don't trust the new ones. So when we go down here, a few things didn't go as planned. like I said, an aftermarket one is not 100% perfect. So first of all, we got the rear auto sensor plugged in right there, and then you see this bracket right here. We had to improvise a bolt right here to support it, but this one is not aligned. As you can see, it's off a little bit. And then the hanger for the exhaust did not align. I'll show you why. You can see still having the two bolts, but otherwise it's flashy right there. Everything went on perfectly fine right there, but the hanger is off because once we put the two forks for the hanger are way off, and if we had to connect our hanger right there, they were not going to slide in, so we took it out. You can see our bracket is on pretty much right there. Everything is back on, and the one bolt right there that we improvised, because the original one is shorter due to the gap. It was not touching the new catalytic converter, so we improvised with a longer one. So this thing is not going anywhere. It's not vibrating. When we come here, it's also not vibrating pretty much to where to make noise. No, so there's a gap right here, so even if it vibrates, it's not gonna hit anywhere. So right now I'm only remaining with putting that black cover right there. I didn't show to taking out that one right there, and then we use these 10mm bolts to put the cover back here. It covers underneath the engine, so a few bolts, one will go there, one will go right there, and then one will go there, another one right there, and another one right there. So let me put that back on, and then we reset the light, and then we go from there. What's up, guys? So everything has been put back together with the underneath plastic shield. So we'll run the car. You can see the engine check light is off right now because I just did reset it with the scanner right there. So we'll let the car run for a while, and then the smoke,
yeah.
that's normal because it's the new catalytic converter with every. What's up, guys? So everything has been put back together and we are running the car. I did reset the computer with my chip scanner right there. So all you have to do is plug it in, it will read the code, which was P0420, and just follow the prompts. And then once you reset the computer, you let the car run. It's gonna have a little bit of smoke, but that's normal, like so. I don't know if you're able to see, but we got a little bit of smoke coming off because we soaked the bolts with WD-40. So right now the exhaust is getting hot and then it's burning off that WD-40, and pretty much that's all it takes to do a catalytic converter on a 2014 Ford Focus Titanium 2.0 liters 4-cylinder engine. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share for more tips on how to fix your vehicle. We'll catch you on the next one.